Basically, I just made the longest video. It wasn't the longest video, but it was a reasonably long video. Just talking about my day and what I've done today and last night. And I'm using a MacBook, and that is, I mean, I'm okay with it, but it's not mine, and I'm not terribly used to how all the apps work. And I tried to trim out a little bit where I sort of left the computer to go and get a laptop charger. And I accidentally did the exact opposite. I trimmed everything but the part where I left to get the laptop charger. Oopsie. So I would feel inauthentic if I went back and described my whole day all over again. But I can tell you a little bit about my afternoon and kind of consolidate the two videos that I made today into one. I spent all afternoon trying to accurately articulate what this channel is and what it will be and what I'll be doing, and I was happy with the videos that I made. And I was surprised at how quickly the embarrassment of talking to a camera really melted away. But then I figured, since that last one got deleted, I didn't really feel like talking about my whole boring Sunday again. I could just kill two birds with one stone, continue drawing this hideous blue mess, and tell you about my history with ASMR and what I'd like to do with this channel. So my name is Olivia. I'm 22. I live in Sydney with my boyfriend Mitch. I have lived in Sydney my whole life, and although it's the second most expensive city in the world, I love it. And I want to travel everywhere, but I think I'll always probably live here, unless it becomes the first most expensive city in the world. I think I can handle living in the second most, but the most expensive just seems ridiculous. About 18 months ago, I discovered what ASMR actually is. And I guess I discovered the link between the phenomenon of ASMR and what it means to me, and how it's been relevant to my life. When I figured out what it was, I suddenly made all these links, and it suddenly became so relevant to a lot of my experiences from a very young age. I can remember being as young as maybe even 3 and feeling a very particular feeling down the back of my neck, and feeling very relaxed, and feeling my mind and my body go from about here to here into this heavy, relaxed state. When I was younger, my triggers mostly included drawing, watching other people draw, and hearing stories. So I always really liked my grandma telling me. She didn't really tell me fairy tales, she sort of would tell me family gossip. I loved it, I enjoyed it. I mean, I still enjoy gossip, let's be real, but I love just hearing a calm voice talking to me about anything, really. So then obviously some time passed, and I don't remember, it was on YouTube, but I don't remember how I ended up even coming across the video. I think it was Lita, who, if you watched any massage videos, you're probably aware of her. I still think she doesn't fully understand ASMR, because the intention of her videos was only ever to teach people massage techniques that they can use on their friends and family. And she kind of became this, I wouldn't say wildly successful, because YouTube isn't exactly you know, unless you have 1 million subscribers, YouTube isn't exactly a pathway to success. But yeah, she became very, very popular because she had this calm, kind voice, explaining something in a very slow, relaxing, consistent pace. And that's what I love, and that's what I still enjoy now. I don't really listen to Lita anymore. There are a few YouTube, I'm going to put this back down now. There are a few YouTube users that I listen to. There's only a few that I listen to, and I listen to them almost exclusively, actually. Those people being most predominantly Lauren from Percussive Thoughts. Her style of speaking is really right up my alley, and I've been listening to her videos for over a year, and they still, a few nights a week, still help me get to sleep. Another one is Amal. I'm not sure how to say her username. It's either Amal CD, or she's kind of turned her name into a verb, and it's amazed, kind of like amazed, but with Amal instead of Amal, which is cute. I really like her too. Her videos don't really put me to sleep, but if I'm doing something, sometimes I like to just put them on, not to sleep, but one time I like to put them on is when I'm doing my makeup. If I'm alone, I like to just sit my phone next to me, and particularly if it's a video about makeup. I'm not sure what that's about. I just enjoy that. So those two are big ones that I really enjoy. There's actually a man that I've been listening to recently, and his videos are sort of all over the place with all different themes. So not all of them are exactly up my alley. His YouTube channel is called Just a Whispering Guy, I think, and he has a few that I really enjoy. In particular, I really like his medical ones. I think there's one. No, that's right. There's one for like intense migraines. That video I really enjoy. I've listened to that a few times recently. Anyway, so all of that said, I really would like to make my own videos, and about all sorts of things. I like role plays, but I find role plays with a visual very unconvincing. I normally, if I'm listening to it to go to sleep, I normally will turn it up a little bit louder and just put the phone under my pillow. So I'm only listening, I'm not looking at the visuals, because especially when it comes to a hands-on type role play where someone's got their hands in the camera, that's so unconvincing, and this is never going to be anything like getting a face massage, so why bother? However, this setting, for instance, could be convincing for anything that involves talking to someone in an office, like a psychiatrist, or the person who's planning your floral arrangements for your wedding. Anything, but I don't really like, a lot of them are very hands-on, like, oh, makeup brushing your face, and it's just, I think it's silly and it's distracting, and when you're trying to relax, you don't want to be overanalyzing something and picking it apart, which is something I can't help but do. So I think I would do role plays that didn't involve, as long as they didn't involve me trying to break the fourth wall so literally. But I think even that idea that I just said right then, like a florist, that would be very sweet. I think that would be nice. I would like to do something like that. As well as role plays, I really enjoy just talking videos, similar to what I'm doing now. I like when they're about one topic. I don't really enjoy rambling videos, although I wouldn't mind doing one. I definitely wouldn't mind doing one, or several. But I personally don't like listening to them because I don't know what I signed up for. There's one user in particular, and I think she's a sweetheart, and I think she's got a great voice. She puts a lot of work into her videos, and I won't name her because I don't want to be mean. But sometimes she comes out with the most random stuff, and it's so left of field that it kind of pulls you out of your relaxed state because you're like, what did she just say? So yeah, so I like rambling videos. I'd like to make rambling videos, but I think I'd try and be a little bit more consistent with what I was talking about. Oh, what else was I going to say? I also wouldn't mind making cooking videos. I cook a lot. I almost never buy takeout, and I almost never go to restaurants to eat because I'm very particular about what I eat, and I like to eat very healthy. So I cook basically every night. I would say I probably only eat. I don't really ever eat takeout, but I probably go out to dinner maybe once a fortnight. Other than that, everything I cook myself. So I'd like to make cooking videos because that's one thing I'm not bad at. I'm a pretty good cook actually. What else was I going to say? Oh, one thing I had meant to say is the reason that I've been interested in ASMR so long, but it took me so long to make my own videos is it's probably a pretty obvious one, but I'm Australian, and I felt that when I open a video and hear a British accent, I find it really distracting, because I'm so used to just hearing everything in an American accent. I'm probably more used to hearing an American accent than I am an Australian accent. So I thought that, you know, for the market for an Australian soft speaker, it'd be really small because an accent that we're not completely acclimatized to can be a little bit jarring and a little bit distracting and prevent you from going into that gentle, relaxed place. But we'll see how we go because to me, I don't have a strong ochre country accent. So we'll see how we go. I mean, for all I know, it could get a really good response because we tend to, this is a little bit abstract, but let me draw it like this. If you could see sounds, Americans, sounds go like this. They turn sharp corners. You know what I mean? Every sound is big and enunciated clearly, and the E's are E and the R's are R. And in Australian, we cut that corner completely. Our speech is like that. Some rude, snobby people like to say that Australians speak almost entirely in vowels and we don't really say our consonants properly. That's true. We could be accused of being very lazy speakers. But I don't know. Lazy, soft speaking might be relaxing. You never know. There were some other things I wanted to talk about, I think. I had said this all very clearly in the videos I made earlier this afternoon, but now here I am making this dual drawing, rambling introduction video. Yeah, that's right. The main one that I wanted to talk about, the most important part of this video, is to say that you would know very well that ASMR is a lot more about the viewer than it is about the performer or the speaker. This is about you, not about me. Just the same as when I'm watching an ASMR video, it's about me. So with that in mind, I would really like feedback and for you to tell me what you would like to see and hear, anything that I'm doing wrong that's distracting you, preventing you from being relaxed, and as well as that, just ideas for videos. I have a few ideas that I would really like to do. but any help is really appreciated, and any ideas are really appreciated. And this is about you, of course. With that in mind, I had a YouTube channel when I was 15 or so. So with that in mind, as much as requests are appreciated, please don't send me a comment or a private message asking to see my feet or my underwear collection or anything like that, because it's a little bit scary, to be honest. Yeah, so I think that's about all I wanted to say today. I might keep drawing for a little while if you don't mind. I mean, you can tune out now, of course. I can't keep you here, but I might keep drawing. This is a big old mess of blue. I brought 2 textures to the table with me. I also bought a bright red one, but I thought I wouldn't use red because red isn't really a relaxing colour. Blue, especially sort of aqua, is meant to be a relaxing colour. Maybe I'll add some contrast into this little scribble. Anyway, so if you make ASMR videos and you happen to come by this and you have any advice for me about how I can be more effective, you know, just talking about anything funny to do with ASMR, that would be nice. Just I'm really open to talking to anyone. I'm not an unfriendly person at all. Interestingly, for the past few months, my interest in ASMR wasn't really spiked. I was still listening to videos by Percussive Thoughts to get to sleep, and I still do. Not every night, just some nights. But it became interesting to me again just very recently, and I was talking to my mum, and she's had sort of back and shoulder problems for a long time from a job she used to work at. That's ugly, I'm gonna start a new one. From a job she used to work in. So, and she's only recently kind of given up on physio and decided to see a massage therapist instead, which I think is a good idea, because sometimes I think a physio can do more harm than good. I think sometimes they're too harsh, and what you need is for your muscles to relax, and rather than tense in resisting the pain that the physio inflicts on you. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. But I was talking to her on the phone the other day, and she said that the funniest thing happened, that she was enjoying the massage, but the same amount that anyone enjoys massage, but she said that at some point his shirt, he leant over her and his shirt touched her back. She got the strangest feeling down her back, and then she was so up just after his shirt touched her. She was so relaxed, and I said to her, well, there's a good chance that is an ASMR trigger for you, like a soft touch, which it definitely would be. She just thought that it was relaxing, because I know that a few days later we were at my aunt's house and I was giving myself a manicure, and she was watching me do it, and she said, can you give me one after you finish yours? And I said, well, I'm not going to paint your nails because I'm useless at painting my own nails, let alone anyone else's. But I'll give you a hand massage and file your nails. And she nearly fell asleep. Actually, she was almost drooling. So I think she definitely has physical ASMR triggers, which I don't really. I mean, I enjoy massages, but I don't feel triggered doing them. So she definitely has them, and she could never identify it. And then she had done a little bit of research on it, and we were at my auntie and uncle's house, and so I was trying to explain it to them, and they just made fun of it. But that's what they're like, they just make fun of everything. They're funny. So yeah, that kind of, a few weeks ago, that conversation on the phone about her ASMR triggers sort of piqued my interest in the cause and effect, I suppose, of various ASMR triggers. And yeah, now here I am making a video. It's been too long in the making, I think. I really wish I could draw. I really can't draw anything, to be honest. I don't even know what that is. It's an upside down Roman column or just a tree. I don't know. I'm surprised that I haven't just subconsciously started drawing Christmas things because I'm so excited about Christmas. In fact, now that I've said that, I can get my red texture again. I'll do some hideous calligraphy. I cannot. My drawing's bad, but my writing is even worse. Oh, would you look at that? I'm left-handed, so it completely covers up what I'm writing anyway. Maybe if I turn this way, that's a little bit better. Oh my goodness, would you believe I just spelled Christmas wrong? I can save it. On Tuesday, so in 2 days' time, I'm going to buy my very first Christmas tree. This is my first year out of home. I actually only moved out 3 months ago, I think. So, my very first, got terrible writing. My very first Christmas tree. I'm so excited. I have bags and bags of decorations. Actually, that's not a bad idea for a video. I might make one of me sorting through my Christmas decorations, taking all the cardboard and plastic off them. I love Christmas. A lot of people like me who love Christmas sometimes begrudge people who don't like Christmas, but I think that's a little bit unfair. You have to look at, I think, your attitude about most things is shaped when you're a kid. And yeah, you can't begrudge someone who didn't have the best childhood for not loving Christmas. I think I always had fun, safe, happy Christmas. No fights, no dramas. My parents, especially my mum, well no, both my parents are very, very enthusiastic about, you know, even when there was a couple of years when we were pretty skint, like we didn't have a lot of money, and even then they always put so much effort into making it special and, you know, like making pancakes and sitting on the floor and unwrapping presents for hours. And we always see our extended family on Christmas Day. Not always all of them, but yeah, even now, like I'm in my 20s and even now it's a big deal and I have to be home on Christmas morning to do presents and pancakes and all of that stuff. And it's fun now too, now that I'm older. Like, it was awesome when I was a kid, but then you sort of get into your late teens and you kind of don't skip a beat. You go from fun, innocent Christmas childhood to fun, drunk adult childhood very quickly, and both of them are pretty awesome, I've got to say. There's a lot of little kids in my family, so that made it awesome. There was a few years there where, not Christmas, Christmas is always fun because I have more cousins my age, but there was a few years there where in the other side of my family, on Christmas Eve, I see them, where there was no kids at all, and they're not real big party animals. So it was a little bit tame for a few years, and then all of my older cousins, and even some of my aunties and uncles in my parents' generation, suddenly over 5 years had this enormous crop of children, litter you might say, and now there's about 15 little ones. There's a couple that are sort of 5 and 6, 7, but there's probably at least 10 that are still babies and toddlers. So it's really fun, and they all open their presents and it's a mess, and yeah, oh, I love it. It's the best. And we're not even, neither side of my family is religious, so it's definitely a big old capitalist holiday for us, but yeah, we still love it. We still have a ball. Anyway, I think I'll finish up here. Thank you for listening if you watched the whole thing, and leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and let me know if my style works for you. I know that I don't have a traditional soft-spoken voice. I think my voice is a little bit deeper maybe, or a little bit, it's not husky, but it's not, I don't think I have a pretty voice, to put it that way. So just let me know what you think, and if you think I would be worthwhile subscribing to, and any suggestions for the future would be really, really much appreciated. Sorry for the grainy, terrible quality, but I couldn't have my lamp and the laptop plugged in at the same time, so I elected to have candlelight instead. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for listening, and have a beautiful day or night or sleep or whatever part of your day you're up to at the moment. And hopefully I'll be making another video very soon, as long as you leave me some suggestions and give me some ideas. Alright, thank you.